Hello.
I told you the number one rule of this podcast: have fun.
Number one is have fun.
Yes.
That's number one. What were you saying about the Ecuador?
Oh yeah, so I'm watching Planet Earth 2, which is amazing. You know, beautifully shot footage, crazy animals. Each episode features a different geographic feature or area. So it's like jungles, forests, mountains, deserts. And the one for the jungle in Ecuador, sometimes it rains and there's so many rivers that it floods. The jungle will flood up to like 10 meters. So like 10 meters below, like the entire jungle floor is just covered with water, right?
Right.
And then
Sounds like Hurricane Sandy.
Was Ronnie Worth there?
Is Ronnie Worth Ecuadorian?
Did you see him floating by?
And then David Attenborough narrates, so he's leading on. He's like, but beneath the water, there's a secret giant that's going through, and I'm like, holy fuck, what is it? I'm thinking it's got to be like gators of some kind or some kind of like crazy bird that also swims. Dolphins. Dolphins that live in that murky river, and then they just swim through the jungle when it floods. Doesn't that blow your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Would you imagine you're in the jungle and then it's flooded and you just see dolphins
Justin,
swimming
I agree
beneath?
with your girlfriend.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Well, she's from Bayonne, so
Yeah, all right, you can go to Bayonne and date her.
I want to hear it back. I got to hear it back. We have no music on this show. No music.
No music.
This is not the
right.
slant.
You guys in trouble already a couple times.
He's always throwing shots at that show.
Hey, I just brought up the Ronnie Worth lost his house and all his possessions.
I wonder if he could-
Sandy. You're the ones that said he should be fucking dead.
He's the one. He's going to fight you, by the way. That's it. Anyway, let me
I'm gonna
introduce.
tag- I'm gonna tag
Let me
you guys
introduce
in.
our guests. Come on, stop. Our guests today say they are. By the way, we all look like we escaped a cult. I know this is radio.
I look like I come to get you back, motherfucker. You leave the farm? Did I sign that note?
We have Comedy Fight Club Spirit Animal. Yeah, I took him, Matt Marin.
He's with us. He's ours now.
He is mine now.
belongs to us.
Staten Island man now.
Justin Lanza joins us, and of course, oh man, a fan favorite.
Yeah, right.
Because he's the only fan of the show. Matteo Pascali joins us.
Pascale.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
That's enough out of you.
Thrilling introduction.
Oh man, yeah. So we got in trouble recently with another listener. Apparently, another listener down. You know.
Who knew we listened? We didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the only way you know people listen. Is they start to reach out. Like, I got to, you don't know until somebody's like, dude, I got a fucking problem. What you've been saying?
Several times that's happened to us. I've bashed a few people on the slant, and they got back to me. They're like, "Yeah, it was fucked up what you said," and it was kind of like, "You actually listened to that show?" It's like, it's amazing.
So yeah, it's like I know like 5 people listen to the show and like
This
like,
one?
most most of the people, most of them are sitting right here at the table. So
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
So who could have guessed?
We need more Tinder followers. That's right. I'm starting a Tinder.
That's right. So what are you saying about the Ecuadors?
The Ecuador. And the dolphins, man. Secret jungle dolphins. You guys know about these secret jungle dolphins?
It blows my mind. man.
Ecuadorian dolphins. They live in rivers, not oceans. It's crazy. And then when the jungle floods, they swim amongst the trees. Nature is fucking crazy. They can't even see. They're using sonars from their their lumpy heads. You know what I mean?
I just want to let people know the show
to
is
get
being
around.
possessed by the Joe Rogan Experience.
They have the same species in China, different relative offshoot.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
I was a little worried that like we didn't have a spare computer to actually look shit up, and I forgot we got Mateo.
Yeah,
here.
that's right.
Tales of the fact.
You're into all that shit, aren't you, Mateo?
Conspiracies and shit, yeah.
No, like the
Animals.
The animals.
Not conspiracies.
I love animals.
He's already trying to wedge conspiracy. I'm talking about animals.
Well, he denies the existence of sharks. We were saying that before. He doesn't think sharks exist.
Sharks
If I can
aren't real?
walk with
Yeah,
the
he doesn't think
animals,
it's-
talk with the animals.
Go ahead. Mateo.
Where's the fucking tank?
What? I don't know. What? I don't.
Tank.
That's right. You just dumbed down the entire culture. We had Lanza here to get a smarter, broader fan base, and now you bring up a reality television show.
I was going to say one for Mateo. I disagree. What we're really here
Yeah,
to
but you're fucking stupid too.
It's not cool.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll give you $2, and I own 50% of all your theories and thoughts.
That's right. Zombie, do you remember the time? Do you remember the time back in the cabin at the cult, and we were like making we were making
churning butter.
churning
Oh
butter.
yeah, how
and
can
all
I
that?
forget?
That's right. The cult was named Comic Book Jones, by the way.
We're not doing that tonight.
Making some homemade foot wine. Nice greasy foot wine.
If we were all in a cult, none of us would get laid.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll be the master.
Why don't you talk on mic?
If you're in a cult, only one guy.
I guarantee you, if out of all of us guys in the cult, I'll be the fucking leader of it.
What, you would be the cult leader?
Yeah.
You would get killed instantly.
Probably.
I would kill
Be
you.
the human sacrifice.
Lindsay, have you ever thought about starting a cult? You have a very cult of personality.
Yeah.
You know, I
You have the followers.
He's got one hiding in his beard right now.
I haven't considered. You know, it seems like a lot of responsibility. You know
I
what mean?
honestly, I think I could. I think in the summer of 2011, I was 20 years old, right, and I could have started a cult at that time. I was good looking enough. I think I had a lot of people that liked me.
A lot of charisma.
I could have definitely started a cult.
Mateo's raising his hand.
Mateo wants to
One
talk.
second. In order to start a cult, you have to attract a lot of young girls.
Yeah.
You ever noticed that? That's the thing. Now, Mateo, you think you can do that? I don't think you could. But go on.
The cult is not going to be reality based. It's going to be all digital based.
That's not a real cult. Do you have a compound? Get him on the mic. You have a compound?
Not media wise.
See, I live at home. I can never do it because I live at home with my parents. But I can come here at John Zombie's apartment, and I can host.
We're in a basement here.
You know
That's-
how
This is
Charles
always saying
Manson got the family? Do you know how?
No, I
As
don't.
Charles Manson joins us, Justin Manson. But you know how he got the family?
I'll tell you how he got the fucking family. Of being a stone cold stud.
You know, it's
Okay.
you know a lot of organizations classify the men's rights movement and incels as a cult. I guarantee there are 0 women in that cult.
This is Staten Island, pal. We don't talk that way. What's this incel shit that you keep mentioning? I noticed at the open mic you keep mentioning this.
Greg just got into Mateo's face like he was Morton Downey Jr. and grabbed the mic out of his hand and said what he said, and then waved his finger in his face. We don't talk that way.
In order to be a legitimate cult, you got to make your own cult members. You know what I mean? You got to have multiple wives. You got to have tons and tons of kids running around. You know what I mean? Because if you're out in the compound, that's why all these farmers had big families.
Right.
The kids got to take over the farm. You need multiple kids to run the farm.
Right, exactly.
Big, hefty, milk drinking motherfuckers.
Exactly, because they breed the kids as if they're going to be bodyguards in a few years when everyone revolts against them.
You're not breeding children, you're breeding killers. Potential killers, security.
Exactly. Manson, this is what happened with Manson, right? He pulled up to a street corner with his big ass the Willowbangos. What are they called?
Winnebangos?
Willowbangos.
Willowbangos?
Known as I've been watching a lot of Bang Bros recently. Those type of vans.
Manson pulled up with his Winnebangos.
Yeah, some guy with a man bun and a huge dick. Just cooking a meal by themselves and enjoying some hardcore anal.
They always pull up. They're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? You shopping today? You shopping? Come in the van for a bit." No. Come in the van. This guy doesn't come around too often. Yeah, some just giant dick is just like. Hey. I love watching those. Those are good videos. Yeah. I know the incel.
Don't look at me with that shit.
I know the incel community frowns upon that sort of stuff.
Wait, Mateo's an incel? Is that? Oh, okay.
No, he likes women.
I love it.
You love the ladies.
The feeling's not mutual, though.
Anyway, this is what happened when Manson came out one of those vans, and he just started playing guitar. He started singing "All My
Wonderwall?
No.
He's out there tuning the guitar for 5 straight minutes like, oh, fuck. I forgot how to do it. Anybody got a dial tone? Shit.
He started playing guitar, and then all those girls, the Manson women,
the Manson
just swarmed him. Because Manson always got pussy.
Pied Piper
Underrated
of sluts.
about Charles Manson. Always got laid. He just recently, one second. He got married, right? In prison.
Oh, that's true.
27-year-old.
But then they broke it off because she was using him to harvest his body. She was trying to get rights to his body.
Really?
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? What were you going to say?
Ted Bundy was also big into women.
Okay, take the mic back. Mateo, come over here. I'm more generous with the microphone. Grab your chair. Come on.
your chair.
Me and Don are a lot more generous with
Right,
the
smart
microphone.
move. Get away from me.
Come here. It's safe over here. I remember when Tim Warner yelled at Mateo once, and I was like, Mateo, come here.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing you got to think. Like he must have been a real charmer. Besides being a psycho,
Manson?
Yeah,
course.
Like people don't like you hear all these things about your heroes because he had famous musician friends and he had pretty girls following him. It's like there's multiple facets to people, even psychos.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But even in prison, women were still writing to him. They wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
You know, like they were. That's a.
That same phenomenon happened with the Boston Bombers.
Okay.
Yeah, massive amounts of emails and fan letters for years.
Yeah, but they were scumbags.
Yeah.
He's only saying that because he looks like one of
Right.
them. Yeah.
Which one does he claim? Which one do you look like?
The younger one.
The younger one?
Tasmir.
That you know how to pronounce their names?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh shit!
Who's this Tasmanian devil?
Tasmir Usinoff.
Yo, I never understood that. Like those Brooklyn girls who think they.
Tasmir Usinoff Sakari.
Yo, thank you.
I'm just a mic
Thank you,
stand for Mateo at this point.
You know what?
Thanks for looking up.
You just yanked
When
it
people-
right out of my hand.
We just
When
lost
people search Tasneer, I want to make sure they got the right Tasneer. Motherfucker.
Mateo, can you spell it for us?
Could you
I
spell?
cannot spell it.
Oh, okay.
TZA. I don't know.
Please don't even attempt it.
I wasn't trying to.
It's a battling classroom of special ed.
This really is the back of the special ed class.
There's 3/4 of retards over there.
Yeah. Doesn't that make you uncomfortable though? When there's like Brooklyn girls or like those hip girls, and they have like all those books about serial killers. So like,
When you talk about, hold on a second. When you talk about Brooklyn girls, you're talking
Yeah.
about the hipster ones.
yes,
Oh, the transplant. Okay.
you know what I'm talking about. Dyed black
Okay,
hair,
all right.
straight across.
'cause Brooklyn
bangs,
girl is-
shorts too short, stick and poke tattoos, is an artist, lives in the Morgan Loft.
okay,
You know what I mean? Like,
Just described Anna Blue Ivory.
yes, like girls who like to get hit too hard for foreplay. You know what I mean?
Well, it is creepy because they do take an interest in like weird shit like that, and I mean, they all look like they have that. Like they all look like the missing face.
Right,
You know?
right,
Like,
yeah.
It's very odd. But that's the thing about being a good fucking cult leader. You got to get them on board.
Yeah.
And you got to love everybody.
And you gotta love
You got
everyone.
to be accepting, open, a lot of robes,
That's
free.
a lot of robes.
I want
You know?
to. I want
It's a symbol.
I want to start a cult where we hate everybody. That's it.
They do. It's called the Proud Boys.
All right.
Are you a Proud Boy now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The what's it called? I was watching this one based on Jonestown. Right.
My buddy Jay Chicklese, who was on the Wicked Theory podcast. He's
Survivor?
No, he's in the scenes where they reenact like his like sermons.
Oh, he's in the.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
So yeah, but so he's Jim Jones in all the reenactments.
Wait, he's the fat guy.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Like
going to say. Jim Jones was like not a bad looking guy.
Well, I mean, he's like playing Jim Jones.
He's playing
like,
Jim
He doesn't
Jones.
have any speaking part, but he's like in like the background.
know.
Like,
Yeah,
you
when
see
they do
him,
the
like,
documentary,
The dark and shadowy
the
reenactments,
sermons.
like just below the neck.
right.
You're seeing somebody like crawl up indistinctly.
They always
out of
show
some
like
patch of woods.
they always like have the narrator saying, and he was frustrated with his members, and they just show him just yelling at one of the members.
yeah.
That's basically,
It's like,
it's basically what he's
You
gonna
don't
be
do
doing.
that.
It was really funny with his like with Jim Jones and stuff. For how big and massive his cult was, that guy looks like so thin and amazing and tall looking.
I think Mateo just described his dick, big and massive and tall. And
No, I mean like you think about the guy is super thin. Like when he started out and like. He was like a very frail kind of guy, but he had the energy to massively manipulate so many fucking people.
But you
That's
love
right.
dicks, though.
Yeah.
You just love serial killers. You're heavily into that, right? Aren't you?
I'm not into it as like I want to do. I'm into it as as a study, kind of like a hobby.
Do you want to become a serial killer?
No.
That's because
No,
what you
no.
just asked.
No, I'm not into that. No, I feel it's more like the background history of what causes that shit.
Mateo, I have
I'm not your fucking dummy.
Mateo's hand.
I have fantasized killing a man.
and we all started sweating.
No, we all have. We've all fantasized about killing someone.
I was.
Healthy.
Let me tell you something. I think you'll appreciate this. I was driving one night in the middle of the night trying to go get a Gatorade. Right? It was
Yeah.
like 3:30 in the morning, and I saw a woman on the street, and I thought to myself, if I were to ever go ahead and like do this, it'll be right now.
Okay.
Right? And I would try to kill her.
Why
Good.
did he appreciate that?
I don't. I'm just
No
like,
one appreciates
I know. I was thinking I would have a different turn. Like you're going to crash a car like a Palestinian to a wall.
No. I would never do that. I would get out of the car and I would kill the lady. That's what I would do.
How?
I didn't do it. So
I don't even know. How would you do it? Like with your hands, your fists, Chris Brown it.
I would just choke her to death, right? That's how
Zombie, you've striking women before, right? You've hit women,
It's happened.
and you do have a violent nature to you.
I have a temper, yes.
And now you've never considered killing at least me, right? Just, I feel like I've been kind of good to you.
Thoughts cross my mind.
But I feel like if you were to kill someone, would you know how to clean it up because you are a
Of
custodian?
course. I'm an expert in cleaning. They never know.
What would you use?
Oh, the standard bleach. Get rid of the.
Wait, hold on.
I'll let him finish.
Yeah, go on.
It's like mop it up. You mop it up, soak it with bleach. Maybe some ammonia.
You gotta pick up all the brains and skulls.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, you got the dustpan. Get the brains and skull in there.
Everybody's worried about getting up all the DNA. What about actually using the right tools for the job?
Well,
Windex for the windows, scrubbing bubbles for the sink,
That's a
bleach
great
and ammonia for the floors.
There's a great scene in Breaking Bad where they go to like a Home Depot. They're buying all the shit to clean up the murder. It's eerie, but it's funny. It's a funny scene. What were you gonna say, Mateo? Go on.
I'm saying he's an expert cleaner. Yeah, cleaning up cum.
I'm not a.
You gonna take that? You gonna take that from this kid? What's the world coming to, Zombie?
We're in a fucking school.
Do you? Well, you do clean a lot of cum, then, right? Let's talk about that. All right. Let me tell you something, though. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. That's what we have to all.
Lanza, you're from.
What's your point? Everyone's different.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. We're all different.
That's your bow tie.
Don't
Use
forget.
that bow tie at the end of every piece of conversation we have. That's bullshit.
Everyone's
we didn't reach
different.
any consensus.
We're all.
Everyone's different. We got one rule in this podcast. What is it? Have fun, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody's.
Lanza, you're from upstate New York.
Yeah.
So you have to
Central
run
New York
into
State.
a few cults every now and then, right? Out there. There are a bunch of freaks out there on wheels.
I have not, but
This is my idea of upstate New York. Bunch of weirdos. What do you guys read the Bible out there? Get the fuck out of here.
What area upstate are you from? Like you said, Utica, right?
yeah, Utica.
Is that near the Canadian border?
No, it's right between Syracuse and Albany, right in the middle of the state.
Because there's a really interesting cult on the New York side of Niagara Falls.
I'll have to check it out.
It's a bunch of Catholic priests who barricaded themselves in this ginormous mausoleum and never let anyone go in or come out.
Guys talking about dicks again.
That sounds pretty bad.
This guy's talking about
That's like a real life escape room.
There is a very interesting cult around here. It's called St. Margaret Mary's. That's right. Powerful speaking. That's right.
Would you stutter?
Yeah, I did.
Would you say Sega?
Sega Margaret Mary's.
Sega.
Anyway, tell me about upstate New York.
What I'm saying, New York.
How's the food up there?
Oh, it's good. You guys would love it. Like big bready Italian stuff.
That's good
We've
stuff.
got black and white cookies. We claim that we invented it, but it's called the Half Moon.
I don't like the black part.
All right.
Just give me half. Just give me half.
You get it. We call that the full moon. You get the full moon cookie. And all black cookies, the no moon cookie.
Yeah.
Because you're an asshole.
Put a chair.
That's right. I own it, yo. I own it.
Yeah.
Bro, I
But
own it.
the fucked up. The white part is the best part. It's too much chocolate because the traditional, the bottom is a chocolate. It's cake. It's not a cookie. It's a flat cake, and you got white frosting on one side and chocolate frosting on the other.
Yeah, I had one and it upset my stomach.
Yeah.
That's right. That's an episode of Seinfeld.
No, it happened to me too.
Yeah.
That you're allowed to have experiences that the television has too.
Okay, all right.
But I'll tell you what, what I like about, I see a lot of similarities between Utica and Staten Island, more than
sure.
Staten Island and New York City. I'll say that.
Well, it's weird because out here it's it's very suburban, so it's probably similar to upstate New York. We did a show out in Rochester a couple of months back. And it was Staten Island and Rochester are very similar. A lot of people hanging around, it's very suburban, and so upstate's probably the same. I went to school up in Troy, New York.
Yeah.
So it
very,
wasn't
very similar vibes. The first time
Yeah.
I came to Staten Island, I went to do a mic at Hashtag Bar, and I remember I'd been living in New York for 5 years, and it was the first time in 5 years I saw a white guy outside wearing just a wife beater, and he was yelling about his divorce on the phone with like 2 earrings in the one ear, like the piercings that were
Of
cool
course.
10 years ago.
I've had them.
Yeah.
It was probably me.
Yeah, man.
No, you wouldn't wear
Saw
a
a lot
wife
of snake bites, saw a lot of gauges.
So I just yelling at one of his gumas.
Yeah.
Just going, you don't call me when the other one calls me, all right? You fucking bitch. Mateo, you're from New York, right? And you've seen all this, when you're let out of the cage, aren't you?
Yeah. What's your point? What are you getting to?
No, but you're a native New Yorker.
Yeah. Before I moved here,
Before you moved where?
I'm originally from Europe.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
oh,
So
What's
you-
that
so-
like? Probably very nice, right?
Yeah, Sicily.
It's very white.
oh, seems very nice.
You lived in Sicily for a while?
Yeah, on and off until age 8.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah.
We're in Staten Island. You should have 4 jobs by now. Making mozzarella and unloading a truck for
Yeah,
4
whatever. So yeah, what are you getting at this New York shit? Well, I can relate more to what he's saying because I didn't go to school in Manhattan or Brooklyn. I went to a public school in Newark, New Jersey.
In Newark.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of blacks.
Oh, I was one of 9 white guys.
Now Newark's all. I hear a lot. It's being gentrified.
Incredible, yeah. But all the gentrification from Newark's not from the Midwest. It's
Right.
from other countries like China, Korea.
You know what's weird? I feel
income
If you
level.
come from upstate New York, I feel like you belong in New York City. Why not? It's like
Yeah.
it's just like moving from New Jersey to New York City. It's these other people who come from Ohio that annoy me.
No, I agree. Well,
Upstate New York
wait.
is exactly the same as Ohio. Like I didn't even know the city like existed until I was out of high school.
How far is the ride? What, it's like 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, like 5 hours.
Well, what's your hobbies? Like Buffalo, New York, pretty much borders Michigan.
Yeah, Buffalo, New York's 8 hours away.
Well, yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my family friend used to go out to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Let's keep naming places in New York. Potsdam.
I fucking love.
that's got to be 10 hours.
You know
11
what?
Hours away.
I love Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh. Oh, that's a good 9.5
That's
hours
a great
away.
city. You ever go to Plattsburgh? Tuesday during the summer, nothing like it.
Oh man.
Get north of the city. Go to Monticello.
That's true.
Get a nice French dip.
You know what I like better? I like Rochester.
Oh, Rochester.
I went to Rochester this past summer to do a comedy show.
I just mentioned that
Right.
minutes ago.
Yeah. You're right. I am a doer.
Let me get
You're gonna be my first victim.
This is what I do. Hang on. This is what I do. I get us back on track.
Okay.
All right. Just give me a second. Give me a second.
Gets back on the tracks of your arms.
I don't do heroin. I never touched that shit. I don't touch that stuff.
Would you,
right?
if you did heroin, would you snort or shoot?
I would shoot.
Oh shit!
Shoot? Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
would
smoke
shoot.
it?
No.
No, smoking's even worse for you.
Let him talk.
You can't smoke it?
Why you would smoke it?
You can, but it's like bad. It erodes your lungs. It gives you. It can make you OD even more.
I hear it's fantastic.
No. When you smoke it, it's fantastic. I've researched. I've never done it. I'm saying like
What's the hardest drug you've done?
LSD.
You've done LSD.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, but that was when they were experimenting on me in the military.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Because I'm epileptic and narcoleptic.
I was gonna say.
I tripped for 33 hours.
Jesus.
you had a seizure
I
while
think you're
fall-
still tripping.
You got a seizure while falling
I
asleep.
did shrooms once too.
Oh,
That's the hardest we went. I went.
Nah, shrooms compared to because shrooms is an
not that
organic material.
Yeah.
It's like LSD is all chemical based. That shit, oh god, it fucked me up.
Lanza, what's the hardest drug you've ever?
I accidentally had pop brownies once.
I ate
was
8.
it.
I've ate like 9 of them.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up for days.
See, that's what people were telling me because I went. So we were having movie night at my house. We used to live in this kind of punk rock
Right.
venue, and we're having movie night, and there were these fresh made brownies. I go to eat one, and then it's delicious because it's homemade. I go to eat another one, and then somebody goes to slow me down. They're like, "Well, maybe you should, slow down on some of the brownies. There's pot in them." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't know because I don't smoke. I don't do any of that.
Well,
shit.
here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. I went to a house party. The house party. We were hanging out with some of the characters we hung out with a couple of weeks back. When
a couple of weeks back.
couple of weeks back. Remember we took you to that house party?
a couple of weeks back.
The house party we went to, right?
I think I remember.
All those Rob's coworkers, all those nice people. All those great, very nice people.
Terrific.
All those fantastic people.
Stop him. He's drawing too much attention to it.
Where's my African American?
There he is. But this hipster girl made brownies, pop brownies, little pop brownies, and I, like an asshole, was like, "Hey, I'll have a few. Why not?" So I wound up eating 4. But I
Oh, my
thought,
God.
But hang on, wait a second. I thought like it was gonna hit me, instantly.
Nah.
So I'm like, this shit's not working. I'm gonna take another one. I have a fifth one, and I was like, it's still not working. 20 minutes, it's still not working. So I was like, I'll have 2 more. So I'm now up to 7. Right. So there's one left. And it's starting to hit me a little bit. So I'm like, it's one left. No one else is eating it. No one's partying as hard as I am. So I ate the fucking eight. I have an eighth one, right? So now I'm sitting there, right? And fucking I'm sitting there and I'm getting slowly more and more fucked up. And Rob has laser beams coming out from his eyes. So I'm sitting there and I'm holding on to an imaginary rail. I'm in a corner of this girl's house. And I'm holding on to an imaginary rail, right? And this girl comes up to me, and she's like in slow motion. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just holding on to the rail. I go, "I'm fine. I'm fine." So then I go, I'm led into a bedroom with these two African American people. One a man and one a woman, right? So you know what I thought? I thought we were going to double team this black lady, right? So I'm sitting there in the bedroom.
Of course, you thought you're high enough. You think you're watching a fucking movie,
right? Exactly. So this kid's lacing up a joint. He's like licking the joint and all that. I'm like, I was.
You're salivating, aren't you?
Well, you know what? I knew enough not to have the joint. That I was like, nah, I just had enough. But like,
you're going to save up your saliva for the cock.
What happened was I turned around and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's get this started. And the two of them are looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I go, like, right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's do this.
They kicked me out of the room almost instantly. They got me out of there. So now I'm like fucked up. Like I kind of felt bad that like I hit on these two people who apparently, I mean, I wasn't gonna do anything with the guy. It was that prime meat I wanted, that big black ass. So now I'm in the party and like 8 gangbangers walk into this fucking house. So now I think I died. I literally thought I was in hell.
8 gangbangers walk in the house, and you never got to be a part of the gangbang.
Right, exactly. No, gangbangers, like street gang. Give me one too, Zombie.
I have one too, Johnson.
So, you guys want anything?
I want to highlight.
I put the case on the
Yes.
I like the idea of Greg and Line at the gangbangs, like all these like badass gangbangers, like really just throwing it down, girls, like straight, like arched up, right, in the running train, and it gets to you, and she's like, "Oh, this one feels different."
That's a story that only Billy Procida could relate to.
Right.
Fuck him.
So I'm sitting there, and these 8 guys walk. I'm like, oh my god, if I do anything right now. If I like say something stupid, which I'm very capable of doing, I can't run away because I'm high, and there's a good possibility I run away, trip, and shit my pants.
Which is embarrassing.
Which is definitely option B. That could happen.
Yeah.
So I stood there against
the wall. There'll be more brownies.
Right, exactly. So I stood against the wall the entire night. Everyone's just coming up to me. Turns out these 8 gangbangers, they were white guys. They were wiggers.
Oh my god!
Well, fine. You're all scared. You're in an Offspring music video.
They were like, "Motherfucker, you high as shit."
These are just fly white guys.
They were my homies. They were good friends of mine.
Yeah.
One question about the animals, like when you thought you were going to have the London Bridge situation.
The threesome.
Yeah. A lot of times when you eat too many edibles, you can't get an erection. What?
Listen,
he's all man.
I'm all man, But more than likely, I was with a black guy. It wasn't going to measure up anyway.
Oh, so you mean
he was going to do most of the work,
Yeah, you mean the cuck in the corner?
No, I wouldn't have done that. Cuck? Were you kidding me? I do the cucking. You watch, I fuck.
We do the cucking. Get over here, Johnny Drama.
From the bicep. Fucking from the bicep. That's what he's going to do.
Are you kidding?
He doesn't need his dick. He's got his biceps.
I want to write a beta male version of Muscle Fest and go cock cucking.
When he said it was 8 wiggers, we popped him out was 8 Chris Cheneys walking in a line.
We don't mention
Chris
his name.
Cheney. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Chris Cheney.
We don't mention him.
Chris Dick Cheney. He's an evil fuck.
Show him where you cock cuck from. The corner of the room. Turn around.
Face the wall.
Face the wall. That little stool's for you, bitch.
Zombie, you ever watch cock...
No, I don't watch cock. No.
You ever watch cuckold porn?
No.
You never watched that?
No.
There's this one guy, Shane Diesel. This guy's huge, too.
Is he Diesel?
No, I'm saying he's huge. Like his cock's big,
Okay.
Like
Related to
ridiculously large cock.
But
How's his body?
is he jacked? Yeah.
Oh, he's in shape. He's in shape.
He's got a system. He's putting in the work.
You know what? It looks like he is. He looks like he lifts a lot, But that's not the point.
Is it all natural? Is he on supplements?
See that? Well, you know what's funny? Every time I watch porn, they always say like these are all implants. You can get ab implants.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I gotta look into that, bro.
Well, I looked into it statistically how they make the.
You've done this?
The guy's bigger. Okay, first they get all cock implants, a lot of them.
Oh no! I'm not. I don't need anything.
Talking about abs. Talking about abs.
No, abs. Well, also the reason the guys are so big is because
Nobody
you get
here needs cock implants.
90% of porn stars for women are really small, like really tiny, to make the guys look bigger.
Oh. It's like a perspective trick.
Yeah, no,
On
yeah,
the
yeah.
porn. Holy shit.
Are you saying that porno this entire time is an optical illusion?
Pretty much.
Really?
It's a unique thought that there's a special market for short girls that make cocks look bigger.
I guess so.
No,
The only reason I know is because Frank's Terranova's cousin is somehow lives in Vegas, involved with the porn industry, and he told me this.
he exposed it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think you're wrong. I've seen some dicks though that are huge in those videos.
yeah, because most men are huge,
no, what are you talking?
body wise.
No, I'm talking about the cocks.
Yeah, but they get small women and like the camera angles and they like.
but they're bigger. Well, okay,
It's all an illusion, bro. You ever see those rooms? You ever see those rooms where like one person looks like they're 8 feet tall, one person looks like they're 2 feet tall on the other side, and it's just the slant and the angle?
Exactly.
I'm fascinated.
That's how they're shooting all the porn. It's high budget.
Zombie, you're a man who's well hung. Your thoughts? How are you down there?
what?
How are you down? You can dangle?
Oh yeah, I can dangle.
Okay.
Dangle like a mouse.
Mateo, you have retard cock going.
My dick is like Saddam Hussein. It's hung.
He loved it.
It's also dead and lying in a casket somewhere.
Also hasn't been touched in 15 years.
It was found in a bunker dug underground.
What were we getting? Oh, Shane Diesel with the cuckold porn. You gotta watch this fucking guy. He's very abusive to the man in the porno video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's always like, come on, touch it. I mean, not that I jerk off to that stuff. I watch it for entertainment value.
Oh, about the cuck
You
porn?
watched it for the story.
Wow, sometimes the story is pretty good. I was watching one with the bully porn.
You told us on the last podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't tell these guys.
Holy fuck.
Oh, you listen to
They don't listen to the show, so you gotta tell them.
Mateo listens.
Oh, I love it.
He loves the show. Thank you, Mateo. You gotta listen to more episodes, bro.
Okay.
Before I tell you gotta listen to more episodes.
Okay.
I'm only giving you this now.
I'm missing a rich backstory.
There's one of my favorite porn genres is bully porn.
Right.
Like the guy, the bully fucks the kid's mother. It's very entertaining.
Okay.
And there's one where the girl, there's the mother's on the couch, right? Mm-hmm. And she's just on the couch. She's just like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry that all these kids bully you and all this shit. And like, oh my God, like, mommy's gonna make it better. So mommy's gonna fuck your bully. So this guy comes out with a giant cock, which is now an optical illusion according to Mateo here. and the lady's blowing the guy, right? And she turns to the camera and she goes, it's okay, honey. One day, a girl or maybe even a guy will do this to you, and they're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
What is it implying?
It sounds awful.
It's hilarious.
I wouldn't watch this.
What company makes this show?
sad.
Producer
You've made me sad.
It's a good porno.
I don't like it.
Nah, it's a good porno, man.
I don't like it.
I got some magazines for you too. Come on.
I'm going to hold out until the sequel.
Yeah,
You're confirming my narrative that Italian guys want to fuck their mothers. I like stepmothers.
What?
What are you talking
Italian?
Oh,
No, I
shit.
don't want to fuck my mother.
No. But there's a narrative like Italian guys like their mothers and shit.
Right, but that's not that true. Like
I don't know. I like stepmother porn. And you're watching bully porn.
I like young Irish
You must-
women.
So you
Okay.
like Stephen Duca? You like to fuck 45-year-old women?
What are you talking about?
Go
Stephen
get him, Mateo.
Duca. Stephen Duca. He fucks. Like,
What? He fucks 45-year-old?
Yeah, he fucks stepmothers. He fucked a 45-year-old.
What hell?
MILF or something.
You wouldn't go for a 45. You're about 50.
Well, compared to you guys, yes.
Why you wouldn't? What's the oldest woman you've had? Wrong question to ask. What's the oldest man you had?
Well, no.
Yeah. What's the oldest blow up doll we ever had?
Oh, well, let's see. It was one I bought last week.
Yeah, I got this crank up one.
Lanza, have you ever
Man,
had
mostly wood.
older woman? Older women?
No. They've all been relatively my age. One girl who I used to hook up with, who I still keep in contact with out in when I used to live in Buffalo. I mean, she's just a few years older than me, and she's probably the oldest.
So that's the oldest, right?
Yeah.
I just fucked a Puerto Rican broad who had a 16-year-old son.
Yeah, I saw her.
Did you see the
She
kid?
looked good though.
She's hot. Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
yeah, way out of your fucking league.
You guys keep in contact with any of the ladies you've been with?
I just blocked.
No.
I actually just blocked this lady. No, I'm kidding. I give her- yeah, I
No.
give her-
No. Well, a lot of the ladies I've been with are hookers too, so kind of illegal. But no. Usually, if that's it, relationship done.
Yeah.
You know, there's no need to contact. Why would I? We're going to talk?
Well, Greg's my life mate, so I don't.
We're going to talk about muffins. What are you talking about with girls? I don't know. Mateo, you
Muffs.
talk.
I love to talk about muffins.
It's almost like every time Zombie has something to say, Mateo has something to say. And they,
Let's
they're on the
talk
same
about
spectrum.
muffins.
they have been wrestling over the mic for the last.
I
fucking
want to say something useless. No, I want to say something useless.
No, the real reality is Mateo and I are actually one and the same. It's a split personality disorder.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, shit.
Osmosis. He reproduced by cutting off his arm.
You like Zombie?
I don't like him sexually.
You like him personally, right?
I should hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like him as a friend.
As a boys.
Zombie. So, what's the oldest you ever been with?
Loves cocks.
Have you ever been with an older woman?
What?
I once got jerked off.
Old
by,
enough for what? An AARP card?
What's the oldest you've been with? 14?
What kind of discounts is she getting?
No, that's too old, man.
No, you had a great line last week. I asked you what was your first blowjob, and I said, I told him, I said, what was his first blowjob? And Zombie was like, I don't know. I was like, well, how long did it take the guy to come? That's what I told him. And Zombie was like, too soon. It was a great line. That's what I said to him, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the
Good job,
oldest
Zombie,
woman,
taking the power back.
the oldest woman I ever been with was a 65-year-old woman. I was a hooker, and I gave her $20 to jerk me off. I was 17 years old.
Wait, how old was she?
65.
65?
Probably a little older.
And you were 17?
17, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, $20 I gave her.
Did she look good or something? Like,
No. Actually, I don't want to say her name in case she's still alive.
Wait.
And we know how big this podcast is. If I get back to her, turns out she's like Rodney Wirtz is like fucking aunt.
What was her name? Brenda something.
Yeah, Brenda something.
She was on Cinemax.
She was on
Yeah,
Skinemax.
Cinemax,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was like a Skinemax model, and she sent me like there was. This is how fucking stupid I was. This was like I was 17, so it was like 2000.
You sent her a dick pic?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm a classy guy. I'm classy. Okay, all right. I don't do that. So what happened was I was on Craigslist. That's how I find hookers, right? On Craigslist. So I would
How many
go.
roses did she cost?
Well, that's the thing, right? I was on the phone negotiating the roses.
Yeah.
I was on the phone and I was just like, listen, baby, I'm not going to give you $100 on the first try. I don't do that. Like, I was like talking like a hot shot. Meanwhile, I was only 17, so I had little to no experience.
My parents only give me 20 roses a week.
Exactly.
How many roses do you need?
Well, it's funny. The $20 did come from birthday money. So I was like, listen, how about this? How about I give you $20 for 10 minutes? I think that's a fair deal. She's like, why does all these young guys want to fuck me? Right? That's how she sounded. She sounded like a Marlboro cigarette. And I was like, I don't know, because, you're so beautiful. I don't know. So, but it's funny.
She said, "Oh, stop it."
Yeah. So the video she sent me, though, I was impressed because it was Cinemax. The only thing was, it was Cinemax from like the mid 90s. This was 2008. So she in the mid 90s was considered like a MILF. She was like already like probably in her mid 40s.
She's a real piece of ass.
She was a dame back then. She was a number. So,
It's like Cynthia Miles from Midnight Cowboy.
Right. So she, so I get to the house and it's like it's on the other side of the island. I get to the house and you're with me, right?
this is getting weird.
Rob drove me
Yeah, I did drive you. Yeah, that's right.
in case I got beat up or something.
Oh, right. That's a good brother.
Buddy,
Yeah.
but a Jamaican nurse that was
Buddy
there.
system.
It's okay now. Easy now. You're totally. You're fine, boy.
So what happened was I go to the door slowly.
He's like his Meals on Wheels here.
Hiding your cock in the tray. Peel back the foil. Somebody order sausage.
He's on your dick.
Hold on, I'll chew it up for you.
So I go to the it was an apartment like zombies, an apartment like yours. So I go, and this old lady answered the door, but she looked okay, like not bad, but she was an older lady.
Tit was hanging out of her nightgown.
Yeah, you know, she was like 70. She had a few fucking cats. I didn't give a shit. I'm there to fucking bust a nut in this old lady's face, you know. So
Let me lock these guys away.
so I go and she's like, all right, go, honey, go relax in my bedroom.
That's not what I sound like.
So I go in my bed. I go in her bedroom. I take off my clothes, right? And you know, it's funny. At the time, I was very heavy. I got into shape later on when I was in my teens, but at that time, I was heavier.
You were just a kid.
Yeah, I had a little baby fat.
You didn't know about putting in the work.
Right, exactly, bro. So shortly after, I went on a diet of creatine and crap bars, you know. So I take off my clothes and I'm laying there on the bed, and I do feel a little ridiculous because she is like an old lady, you know. Like she's like, I feel like this could be my grandmother.
Yeah, I gonna break her hip.
Her husband's urn was on the nightstand.
Literally, she had pictures of her daughters on her nightstand who were smoking hot.
But they were in their 50s.
And the lady's giving me
You thrust too hard to break her hip.
Her granddaughter's even hotter in her 20s.
the lady's giving me a massage, and I'm looking at the daughters. I was like, oh my God, their fucking mother's a whore. I feel terrible. So she's like trying to say, "Oh, you're very strong, honey." I'm like, "Oh." So I feel like
Buttering you up with gristle.
Yeah, you're very strong. I'm also going blind.
All my cataracts come down the
It's
face.
funny. So as she's giving me
You're very strong. Could you move this couch for me before we get started? My son's a lazy piece of shit, I tell you.
take the plastic off the couch. So she's beside. Then the cat jumps on top of me, on top of my fucking calf. I'm like trying to kick the cat off me. She's like, "Oh, I forget the cat's
The closest thing you got to pussy old now.
I forget the cat's name. Let's just call him
Mr. Sprinkles.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Yeah,
She's
Mr.
like,
Mr. Bad Timing. Get the fuck out of here.
I want to mouth fuck this bro, and this cat comes on. So Mr. Sprinkles, she's like, Mr. Sprinkles likes you. I'm like, get Mr. Sprinkles off. So she goes, okay, now roll over.
Finger up the ass. Finger up the ass.
So I know it's so funny. I'm a putz. I'm a real putz because she touched my dick almost instantly. Fucking just jumped. Just semen jumped as high as her fucking beehive haircut. Landed right back down my balls.
And I've seen the mountaintop. And it was glorious. Her hair was white like snow.
I swear to God, if I was in a situation, I jacket. Expelliarmus!
Right. So I don't know what that was. I would
Harry
never
Potter.
say that.
I like what I did better.
Maybe. Yeah. So so I get up and she's like, "How was that, baby?" And I was like, "Well, we agreed upon $20." And I know this is how classic I am. I tipped her $5. I was like, "Here's an extra $5." She's like, "Oh, thank you, honey." So she's like, "I'm actually gonna play the lottery after this."
That's actually bingo night.
Right. So I put on my pants. I take one last look at the photos of her daughters. Take one last look, and I'm like, oh my God, their mother's such a whore. I just ejaculated probably on their fucking mother's bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a real scumbag, you know?
Right.
But so I'm walking out. She's like, grab my ass. She's like, you should come back anytime, honey. I'm like, and she's like, maybe 40 next time. And I'm in the car. I'm driving home. I was with you, and I smelled wonderful. You know, I smelled like
Smell like hot sex.
right, exactly.
And mothballs.
And that was the oldest woman I ever been with. Then I hooked up with some old lady on St. Patrick's Day. But that's a story told another time. Another time.
I gotta make peepees. I gotta make.
I'm surprised that she gave you a massage first. That's a lot of handwork for a 65-year-old.
Yes.
This is early onset arthritis.
She had very bony hands too. Yes, go.
She stroke you, or she just like strangle like a chicken.
To be honest, I was such a putz. The minute she tapped my dick, I shot.
Whatever.
I shot a load.
I like string like you're about to wring a chicken's neck.
Right. But no, I don't want. I don't.
No, it's good. You're an easy customer.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't put up
in and out.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around.
In and out.
Good.
You get what you came for. You're polite. You leave.
You know what's really? I want to hear the story now about how you and Rob had 9 Greek men from Craigslist come to your apartment or house.
Oh Jesus! Well, listen. Let's clarify that.
Yeah.
These were actors. Let's clarify. They were actual actors.
Yeah.
You can get any number of people from any ethnicity in New York if you say it's for a gig.
So, exactly. No, my friend was. He wrote a screenplay at 18 years old. The worst piece of shit ever.
Which friend? You don't want to name him?
I'll name him, but no one knows who he is. His name's Eric Fortunato.
Okay.
What a name like that.
Shout out Big Forge.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the next J.J. Abrams.
What's his name one more time?
Eric Fortunato.
Eric Fortunato, 4chan.
Right. Well, oh, yeah, he's always a big Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Actually, when Trump won the election, I went over his house to celebrate.
Okay.
I wasn't celebrating, really.
Finish the story. Go on.
Just in case.
There was a picture of me with a Make America Great Again hat on and a Nike sweater. I haven't had that much hypocrisy in my pants since Sal Coronado told a joke.
To finish the story, continue.
What happened was my friend wrote like this awful screenplay. The opening lines of the screenplay was, "I want to fuck you until the cum is out of my balls." That was the opening lines. Of the screenplay. It was about this young hood coming up through the ranks. What the this young hood coming up through the ranks into like a street gang, and the name of the movie was called Street Faith. That was the name of the movie. Street Faith. Terrible movie.
They had no faith of it ever being made.
Right. Awful. But he held auditions at his house.
Yeah.
So we were hanging out in his basement like this. Like he had like a basement like this. And I was like, who's fucking coming to audition for this? Like,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Sure enough, we go to the kid's house. There's like 10 people sitting on the kid's couch, all lined up ready to audition.
Yeah, man.
So I'm sitting there, and we're like 18 years old. I'm like, these people don't realize that like this movie's not getting made.
Yeah.
And they're giving us a script, like we're giving them a script that's not even from the actual script. They're giving us we gave them like Google, like something from Google, like some
It was
shit.
like downloaded or something.
Right. So like, oh, like, yeah, and they all audition. Like you said, like in New York, you fucking just like being a comic now, like you just go down to the craziest shit and you just fucking go.
Yeah.
So I probably would have auditioned for it.
You gotta
What,
do it.
today?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm not an actor.
I'm not an actor though. You don't act, do you?
No, but I'd like to. I mean, I had like one sketch that I made. That was it. Ghost Banger.
But you
Watch
write
it.
screenplays with the very funny Sam Stevens,
Joe Camarota.
aka Joe Camarota.
Yeah. Well, Sam's got a full length movie that he's had in his pocket for a while, and Andrew and I have been helping him punch it up, but we haven't met in a long time about it.
What's the movie about? Can you say?
Sure. I don't know if I could say.
Okay, we'll leave it. Well,
Let's just say it's about a bunch of degenerates. We're trying to put ourselves into a bunch of lovable oafs.
You know what is-
he wants to compare it to like Reno 911, that kind of humor.
I know Sam's a genius, so we're fucking. I will look forward to one
Love
day
Sam.
of that being made.
That's right.
That's right. Maybe I can
Yeah.
produce it one day with my friend Eric Fortunato.
Joe Camarota's the genius, not Sam Stevens.
Shut your mouth. But what's the craziest gig you ever done?
The craziest
Stand-up-wise.
stand-up.
In a barbershop in Staten Island.
That was
Oh, yeah, that was-
that was pretty.
Well, that was one of them. But you know what? See, that's crazy. But like, it didn't. It doesn't phase me. People ignore you. People.
I don't care about the ignoring.
As long
part.
if you're not getting like chased off stage with pitchforks, it's like you can spit in my fucking face.
What
man.
was the craziest one you've done?
I couldn't even. I mean, I've been heckled at an open mic by the open mic host.
Who was that?
Oh, this girl named Danielle Marcoux or something like that. I can't. I haven't
Where
seen her
was
in a long
it?
time.
In Staten Island? That's down.
No, it was at Karma.
Oh, Carmelad.
Karma, yeah, Lower East Side area.
So the barber shop, that was like that couldn't be the craziest thing.
No, but I mean, I haven't done a lot. I haven't done a lot of crazy.
I have one.
Which one? Did you?
I was booked in a private fundraiser event. It was hosted by NYPD and FDNY.
Right, because you said your uncle got you it. Right?
Yeah, my grandfather is a New York City union leader, and he knew a guy who got me the booking. I did 20 minutes on stage, and it was bizarre. Because after I went up for
More than normal, huh?
because after I went up, they had this guy who was a magician follow me.
Who was it?
I don't know. It was just a guy who was a magician.
Let's call him a piece of shit. Go on.
Okay. And I just stayed because I like magic, of course, and like it was just weird because like
You watched the act?
yeah, I did. I was like and then like it was where it's like all the
I
firemen.
didn't know you were black.
And the way they said it, like all the firemen were on the left, and all the
Yeah.
police officers were on the right. The whole side of firefighters were dying. All the cops had nothing to do with the humor.
When you were on stage.
Yeah.
Well, that tells you about two professions.
Well,
One,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
firemen believe in magic, cops don't. There you go.
That was the craziest.
Yeah, and not like it's not for like what I saw, but for like how I felt doing it. Because they divided the room like down the middle. This side was firefighters and this side was cops. It was clear the entire left side just laughing of like just firefighters.
But it's weird because the stage was all the way on the right for both audiences.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. It was in a VFW in Sheepshead Bay.
Wow.
And this for some reason this VFW had like a stage in the basement, like a theatrical stage.
They most do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most of it.
Okay, yeah.
Zombie. What's the craziest gig you've done? Sorry,
I don't really do gigs, but I don't.
Shut up, go.
What? What happened? I don't know what's happening.
No, I wish I had more crazy stories, but like I don't really.
No, but you're
Nothing
a
crazy.
crazy looking guy.
Yeah, I'm a crazy looking
crazy guy.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord, haberdashery.
Every show I do is a crazy show. That's why I can't think of one because it's normal for me. I'm fucking crazy right now. I want to know what was crazy. What was crazy about the magician following Mateo? Did he have an angrier sounding voice? You guys want to see some magic? Watch me pull this black rabbit out of a hat and then strangle it to death. No,
Oh man.
sorry, Mateo.
Zombie. What's
Just
a,
fun.
So Zombie, get back to you. You never fucked an older woman at all?
But going back to
You never fucked an older
No, I
woman?
never
Come on,
fucked an
tell
older
me, baby.
woman.
Come
No.
on, tell me.
No.
Really?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. You guys watch House of Cards? I think.
Oh, love it.
Robin Wright Penn, you talking about?
No, so Robin Wright is okay, but
She's
the lady
hot.
who plays Jackie Sharp and lady who plays Janine Skorsky, her name's Constance Zimmer. But that show,
I know
Constance
Constance Zimmer from Entourage.
Oh, that's right.
Dana Gordon.
Dana Gordon.
Dana.
Get Dana Gordon on the phone. I'm being
Dana, that,
obnoxious.
you know that
I'm an
Ari
asshole.
slide back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
But man, that show has so many beautiful older women. that
Older
I'm like,
women on House of
oh,
Cards.
My goodness.
Zombie, you wouldn't fuck an older woman.
No.
But no, it's ironic.
Absolutely.
You haven't seen House of Cards. That's your problem.
We keep talking about fucking older women on that show, House of Cards. Kevin Spacey would fuck any younger man.
That was the problem if he had a couple of young women coming around.
Maybe
there.
that's why you hear he's such an asshole. He's like,
I heard he is an asshole.
Yeah, he's a dick.
no meat on
There
the set.
have been articles saying that for years.
Kevin Spacey being an
Yeah.
asshole.
You read Crazy Days and Nights, don't you?
What?
No.
That's one of those
No,
things.
I seen
I
that.
read the blogs. You read
No,
Crazy
it's been on Prez Hilton
You know,
and
the-
like TMZ. Just
Yeah.
like
But it's
saying
like, who cares that he was an ass? I mean, you care because of the stupid, dumb, like
Movie,
asshole
yeah.
shit he did.
Yeah.
but like,
Well, that
but
was
like
it.
I don't care that he was an asshole on set. I don't care that any actors because it's like if you're good enough,
Yeah.
you can be an asshole.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Marlon Brando was
I heard he was.
fucking
I
For
heard
the
he's
longest time,
okay.
I'd see anything Kevin
I heard he was.
Spacey was in.
I heard
He's
he
a
was
good actor.
difficult. He was difficult to work with, but like once you start fucking the kids, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Don't drag me into this.
Zombie, your thoughts?
Well,
Are you pro or anti Kevin Spacey? Answer now.
What?
You've already waited too long. He's pro
Oh,
Kevin
back to Mateo
Spacey.
then.
You've waited.
No, I just want to add one thing to this.
That's how we lost the podcast.
Like, your viewers are gonna hate this absolutely, but I'm saying like, well, your listeners.
It's weird because you hate yourself. So go ahead.
I do, but like, I'm saying with like Alex Baldwin playing Trump, it's such a weird thing. Like, it's
Alec Baldwin playing Trump.
on SNL.
Okay, go on.
Well, because liberals really think he's like the God savior for doing this like satire, and everyone fucking forgets that he called his daughter a
He's
14.
the absolute worst person.
Yeah, exactly. And he called his daughter a whore.
But he's a great actor.
Yeah. Multiple assault charges
You know,
on him.
My dad did a movie with Alec.
Oh, really?
My
What-
dad acts a little bit.
Oh,
You
well,
may
I know.
You may know him, Robert De Niro.
Oh,
No, my dad's an extra. He's been doing extra
Yeah.
work for the last about a year or so, right? Like a year and a half.
Like a retirement hobby?
He's not retired.
retarded.
He's retarded. Oh, if you spoke to him, you would literally think he's like the next.
My job, he's retarded.
If you spoke to him, you would think he's the next John Travolta. You would think he's like.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh
like
my
he
God.
takes. He's like, as an actor, it's like, Dad, you're a fucking extra. You're not an actor. So, but he did a movie with Al Pacino. And De Niro. Did The Irishman.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
And Al Pacino came out during one of the scenes. Comes out. Al Pacino delivers a speech on one fucking take. One take it took him. Comes out, nails it. Scorsese comes behind the camera and goes, "That's printed," you know. And it was like, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, that was."
They started
amazing.
applauding.
Wow.
Applauding, yeah.
Yeah.
And Pacino's like, "Oh my God, everyone, thank you." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, just remember your lines, right?" Like that was his biggest advice to the
Remember
actors.
your what?
Remember your lines. That's what we
Your
told him.
lines.
So
Remember your lines.
you're like, Bobby, come here. Come on, Turk. Someone take off my lifts.
Remember your lines. And if you aren't yelling, even if you're whispering, you're unacting.
Don't matter. Talking in a frisk voice, you'll be fine.
My voice hurts.
As I was saying, a lot of it.
Wait, hold on. I'm not
Okay.
I ain't finished yet. So my dad did another movie with Alec Baldwin called Motherless Brooklyn. That's Ed Norton movie. Ed Norton's directing it. And he gets all the big roles. And Alec Baldwin was doing one of the scenes. It took him like 7 hours to get one fucking take on. Like it was crazy. He couldn't remember his lines. And he broke my dad's balls. He turned around to my dad, and my dad went to go shake his hand, and my dad and Alpo was like, "Nice to meet you." And he shook his hand. He's like, "Okay, now get the fuck out of here." That's what he told my dad. And my dad was like, my dad laughed it off because what are you gonna do? You gonna fucking hit Alec Baldwin?
He's a big fan of Glenn Ross.
Right. But you're right though. Alec Baldwin's a piece of shit though.
And I was just
Not because he did that to my dad. I actually like him better for
Okay.
that. But
I was saying like a lot of Italian guys like Al Pacino, like guys want to emulate him. Like a lot of we all three of us want to emulate Al Pacino. So I call it alpha male alpha Pacino fatigue.
I don't. Wait, is that what you want to get out this entire time?
Yeah.
Get the mic back to something. You're suspended.
We're at 57 minutes. You want to just stop it, re-record another half? We'll do a little bonus. Let's do
a
that.
bonus episode.
Yeah, we'll do a bonus. Yeah, stop.
All right.
I'll do some bonus.
Wait, it just stops?
This is stop.
Oh yeah, we
There's
can
no
stop
end.
it. Tommy, last words. Where you going?
Is it possible to make better better? Can you always expect more than what you always expect? At Honda, asking these questions brings us the innovative answers you'll find in the Honda HR-V LX. With more cargo space than a Subaru Crosstrek and magic seats you won't find on any other competitor. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda HR-V today to see what expecting more gets you.
Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Visit one today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.